A serial arsonist is the most difficult to apprehend because much of the evidence is burned up. Just like this room, we can see a fire has occurred, but we don't know how it started or who set the blaze. This is a lot like looking into the brains of cancer patients where we see remnants of the immune system setting fire to the brain. Each year, over 500,000 cancer patients suffer from psychiatric symptoms, including anxiety and stress disorders. And for some of these patients, these symptoms can last for the rest of their lives, severely reducing their quality of life. For my PhD, I'm acting as the detective to recreate the crime scene and uncover how the immune system sets fire to the brain using mouse models of breast cancer. Using mouse models allows me to identify the causes of anxiety and stress disorders in cancer patients by peeling away the impact of the cancer alone versus the stress alone. As tumours grow in the body, they release inflammatory embers that travel to the brain. But what we're trying to understand is what are they setting fire to and how do we put it out? I'm tracking these inflammatory embers as they make their way from the tumour to the brain to see if we can identify a unique signature we can target to extinguish the flames and help patients cope better with stress. But what about the impact of stress itself? Are the stresses related to a cancer journey pouring the fuel and fanning the flames set by cancer? Immune cells of the brain are a suspected accomplice because they respond to both stress and these inflammatory embers produced by cancer. We mapped how these immune cells respond to cancer and stress throughout regions of the brain that are critical for anxiety and stress coping. We found that cancer sets fire to some of these immune cells in the same brain regions and to the same extent as chronic stress, while preventing other immune cell types in different brain regions from responding appropriately to stress. We predict that in patients, cancer programs these immune cells to respond to stress in an abnormal way. And to protect the brain, we need to find a balance, a way to cool down the activity of some of these immune cells while ramping up the activity of others. When we combine stress and cancer together, we see evidence that some of these immune cells begin to break down. It's likely that the brain's stress response has become overwhelmed, making it harder for patients to adapt and cope with the stress that comes with a cancer diagnosis. For my PhD, we're dedicated to finding new ways to fireproof the brain by leveraging the immune system to reduce the impact of cancer and stress. I think we can all agree that navigating a cancer journey is an extremely stressful period in a person's life. And although we may not be able to completely alleviate this stress, my research takes vital steps towards giving patients back their power. The power to make clear and informed decisions about treatment options, and the power to cope with the stress that comes with those. We want to give patients back a vision of a bright and prosperous future. Thank you.